His Ph.D. is in textile chemistry at the Seoul National University in Korea, and he worked at Poly and Nylon Company from 1981 and 1995. And his presentation is about alkaline hydrolysis of poly-3-methylene terephthalate fabrics in aqueous and non-aqueous media. Please, Professor Kim.
Thank you, Prof. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My topic today is the characteristics of alkaline hydrolysis of poly-methylene terephthalate. As you know, the poly-methylene terephthalate is a new polyester recently commercialized by Chang chemicals. The new polyester PTT has some peculiar characteristics. It comes from the structure of PTT molecules. As you see in this slide, the molecular structures of three polyesters. The elongation of the C-axis to the theoretical maximum is 98% for PET, 76% for PPT, and 86% for PPT. So the PPT is so much called molecular chains. From the molecular structure, PTT has a superior elastic recovery and resilience, and also good flexibility. It is very low modulus, and also the melting temperature and heat transition temperatures are very low, so it can be processed at low temperatures. Belt spinning and dye. And the structure is mostly porous, so the ester groups are deeply hiding, so the alkaline hydrolysis reaction rate is slower than PET and PET. So totally the properties of PTT is between PET and nylon. The object of our study is first the characterization of alkaline hydrolysis of PTT fabrics, and to determine the rate constants of alkaline hydrolysis. And the third is effect of start effect of reaction on the rate of alkaline hydrolysis. And finally, the effect of heat treatment on the rate of alkaline hydrolysis. The alkaline hydrolysis of PTT reaction is as follows. The alkaline hydrolysis of PTT produce the degraded PTT polymer and the sodium terephthalate and 1,3-propane diol. The material used in this experiment was plain weave of 80 denier and 24 filaments in both warp and weft. The reagent was sodium hydroxide and methyl alcohol. Heat treatment condition was the temperature from 100 to 160 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. And the hydrolysis was tried in two media. One is in aqueous media. The sodium hydroxide concentration was 10% to 25%. The temperature was 60, 75, and 90 degrees Celsius. Also in methanolic medium, we used just 1% sodium hydroxide, and the temperature was constant at 50 degrees. Figure 1 shows the plot of weight loss in aqueous alkaline hydrolysis of PET fabrics at various sodium hydroxide concentrations with hydrolysis time. The hydrolysis temperature is 60 degrees. As you can see from this figure, the result was, as usual for PET fabrics, the weight loss was linearly increased with time, and at the higher sodium hydroxide concentration, it resulted in higher weight loss. This figure shows the plot of weight loss in aqueous alkaline hydrolysis of heat-treated PET fabrics with time. The hydrolysis condition was the same as in figure 1, but we changed the heat treatment condition. From bottom, samples for non-treated fabrics and 100-degree treatment to 160-degree treatment. It increases with heat treatment temperature. Figure 3 shows the plot of weight loss in methanolic alkaline hydrolysis with time. The hydrolysis condition was at 50 degrees centigrade and 1% sodium hydroxide. In this case, the trend was the same as in aqueous hydrolysis, but the weight loss in heat treated at the 160 samples, the value of weight loss was very high. We studied the kinetics of polyester hydrolysis. If the decomposition proceeds from pipe surface at constant alkaline concentration, equation 1 can be applied, where X is the weight fraction of decomposed pipe and AT is surface area of pipe at time t. For cylindrical pipe, equation 2 can be applied for the forest hydrolysis, where WL is the fractional weight loss of pipe. R0 and rho are the initial radius of pipe and the density of pipe respectively. We used the equation 2 for the kinetic analysis. Figure 4 shows the plot according to equation 2 for aqueous alkaline hydrolysis of non-treated PET fabrics. The plot was a good relationship in linear Richter scale method. The linearity was very good. So with hydrolysis temperature, the fractional value was decreased so much. This figure shows also the plot according to equation 2 for alkaline hydrolysis of PTT fabric heat treated at 160 degrees centigrade with various hydrolysis temperatures from 60 to 90. Also, it shows the linear relationship and increase with hydrolysis temperature. Figure 6 shows the plot according to equation 2 for aqueous alkaline hydrolysis PTT fabrics heat treated at the different temperatures, at the pore temperatures and the non-treated fabric. As you can see from the figure, the linear relationship was good, but the sample at treated, the sample heat treated at 160 was not so good. The value was very, very high. It can be explained at the end of this presentation. And this figure shows the same plot for methanolic alkaline hydrolysis of PTT fabrics heat treated at different temperatures. The same trend was obtained, but as in aqueous medium, the heat treated at 160 degrees was very high and the linearity was not so good. From above plots, we can determine the hydrolysis rate constant of PTT fabrics. Table 1 shows the result for aqueous medium. For heat treatment and the non-treated fabrics. Table 2 shows the result for methanolic medium. Figure 8 shows the plot of rate constant of PTT hydrolysis with sodium hydroxide concentration. In this figure, we can see the K value, rate constant, increase with sodium hydroxide concentration, and the heat treatment made the value higher than the sample without heat treatment. Figure 9 shows plot of rate constant PTT hydrolysis with heat treatment temperature. The white circle denotes methanolic result and the black one denotes aqueous medium. The methanolic hydrolysis was more faster than the aqueous medium, and the heat treatment effect was predominant for methanolic hydrolysis. This figure shows the rate constant of hydrolysis with crystallinity of PTT fabrics before hydrolysis. The crystallinity was determined from density gradient column measurement With crystallinity, the rate constant was increased with crystallinity. The K value was much higher than in methanolic hydrolysis. So the crystallinity is the determining factor for hydrolysis or dye. This fact can be explained by the amorphous volume for crystallite according to Dumbleton and others. We can assume that small crystallite melt and recrystallize in the form of large and more pulpy crystallite at high temperature treatment. This recrystallization process leads to an increase of the amorphous volume for crystallite. Since the number of crystallites decreases while their size increases, as a consequence, a more open structure is formed and the chemical can penetrate more easily, which leading to increase in weight loss. This figure shows the arranged plot of alkaline hydrolysis of PTP fabrics in aqueous medium. The activation energy was 19.21 kilocalorie per mole for the sample without heat treatment, and 17.25 kilocalorie per mole for heat treated at 160 degrees. So it stands for the heat treated sample has predominant effect of heat, predominantly hydrolyzed at a higher temperature. This slide shows the scanning micrographs of control PTT fabric. The left side shows the 300 magnification, and the right side is 2000 magnification. The surface was smooth before hydrolysis. This figure shows the micrographs of fabric hydrolyzed at 90 degrees in aqueous sodium hydroxide solution. In these micrographs, we can see the small microcraters on the surface of the pipes. This slide shows the scanning electron micrographs of heat-treated PTT fabrics hydrolyzed at 50 degrees in methanolic alkaline solution. We can see in these micrographs very interesting structure. The surface of hydrolyzed PTT has regular banded structure like this. This appearance was obtained only in the samples of heat treated at 160 degrees. But still now we cannot explain the origin of this structure in detail. we need to study more about this problem. From above experimental results, we can conclude as below. First, the rate constant of the alkaline hydrolysis reaction of PPT fabrics were determined. It was much lower than the PET. The heat treatment of PPT fabrics before alkaline hydrolysis gave different results, which could be attributed to the change of crystallinity of the fiber. And the rate of hydrolysis was increased with the increasing temperature heat treatment of the fabrics. And the methanolic alkaline hydrolysis was much faster than the aqueous alkaline hydrolysis. The activation energy of hydrolysis for heat-treated fabrics was lower than that for untreated fabrics. Finally, the fabric heat-treated at 160 degrees centigrade and hydrolyzed in the methanolic medium showed significantly high rate constant and regular blended surface appearance. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Professor King, for your interesting presentation. If anybody wants to ask a question, please.
Yes.
You have not tried to use the cationic factor to use the
Can you use the microphone? You have not tried to use cationic surfactants so to reduce the concentration of used sodium hydroxide.
No, we didn't try the surfactant.
So you can, if you try, the concentration of sodium hydroxide can be 0.1 normal, in the range of 0.1 normal sodium hydroxide, not so high concentration.
For this study, we tried the kinetic analysis, so we didn't use the cationic spectrum.
But the silky feel of polyester, did you measure, you have some measure of the silky feel?
Shrinking?
Silky feel.
Yeah, usually for PET fiber, the silky fabric is treated by alkaline hydrolysis.
But we must reach 25% to have silky feel, not so 25% weight loss of polyester to reach the silky feel, not lower.
Instead, we tried the methanolic medium. You can see the concentration of sodium hydroxide in methanolic medium, just 1%, because at the higher concentration, it degrades very fast the fabrics.
I mean the weight loss, not the sodium hydroxide. We must reach 25% weight loss of polyester to have silky feel, not lower.
You mean it's too high? The concentration of
The weight loss of polyester must be 25%, not less, to have silky feel.
Oh, I don't know about.
I worked on this subject.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Mohammed Nasr from National Research Center. I have a quick question, please, about did you measure the mechanical properties after treatment?
No, not yet.
Because I expect deterioration in the mechanical properties. Did you feel that when you see the fabric after treatment?
But heat-treated fabrics have a not so good appearance because severe condition, it degraded badly.
Yeah. The one with the spiral shape, the interesting shape, like you said.
Yes.
Did you measure or did you feel any change in the mechanical properties? Because I expect the mechanical properties will deteriorate.
Oh yeah, we tried it for the bended structure, but it was very low in
Yeah,
the chemical
that's one.
strength. Yeah.
So what kind of application do you expect for such treatment?
The objective of this study was to characterize the alkaline hydrolysis, which is very low than PET hydrolysis, because the ester group is deeply hiding in molecular chain. So we didn't try
Thank you.
about the mechanical properties.
Thank you.
When you did your heat treatment, did you allow the fabric to shrink or did you keep it at constant length?
For heat treatment, yeah, it free state.
So you allowed it to shrink?
Not so much.
Because it's, well, I would expect it to shrink under those high temperature conditions. Usually when you heat thermoplastic fibers like polyester and nylon, they shrink unless you hold them to constant.
Yeah, I like it. But the sample used was heat treated already in draw texturizing process.
Okay.
So the shrinkage was very low. So we ignored the change.
Okay. So these, in essence, were heat treated twice. They were heat treated during the manufacture of the fiber, and then your heat treatment.
Because we want to know about the hydrolysis characteristics,
Right. Okay.
and how it's going with the change of pie structure of pipes.
And one other last question. Usually when you increase the crystallinity, it affects, for example, for dyeing, you decrease the amount of dye that can be absorbed if you increase the crystallinity. Why do you think the crystallinity, in your case, went the other way? The higher the crystallinity, the faster the reaction took place.
Yes. In the low crystallinity, the hydrolysis reaction, the rate of hydrolysis reaction decreases with crystallinity, but above some crystallinity, it increases with crystallinity of the fibers because it opens wider, so easily penetrate the chemicals into inferior fibers.
Good. Thank you.
I would like to ask whether you have tested the comfort-related properties of the fabric, like the water absorption rate or the Qmax.
I'm sorry.
Because I expect that with your treatment, the change of surface structure of the fabric and also the crystallinity probably would affect the fabric water absorption rate and also the contact feeling between the fabric and the skin.
You mean absorption of chemicals?
Yeah, after your treatment,
After treatment?
yeah,
After hydrolysis?
yeah.
Yeah, I think the bended structural fibers will show
Yeah,
very high absorbance.
Yeah, I'm asking whether your new fabric would absorb more water.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
But we You not tried yet.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I expect.
Yeah.
This could be application.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Thank you, Professor.